Okay, I'm back. Okay, so, oh my gosh, where did I leave off at? Okay, so we're talking about when God talks. And I was talking about the church retreat and how God was telling me no, and it kind of woke me up out of my sleep with it. And it was weird because I'm like, but that's a good thing. Going to a church retreat is a good thing. Going to church is a good thing. Spending time with your community is a good thing. But sometimes God could be telling you no to something, not because it's not a good thing, but because He wants you to do something else instead. So sometimes it's hard in that way too to figure out if God is actually saying that or if that's you saying it. What's really funny about the church retreat is that I had been thinking about it for a while, but I hadn't really made up my mind about it. And when people asked me if I was going, I was like, yeah. But in my own heart, I hadn't really made up my mind about it because I was just like, I'm going to go as default. Why not? Kind of thing, you know? And I was thinking I was running low on money too. And so I was like, I'm not going to drive. I want to drive with somebody else because I don't have the money to spot myself or spot anybody else as far as gas goes. And I have this thing where I don't ask people for gas money. So I felt as though if I can't afford it in myself, I can't drive. And I don't know if that's going to determine whether I go or not. If I can't get a ride with somebody else, I'm not going to go, kind of thing. And at the last minute, I had up and decided, literally the night before, I texted my pastor's wife and I was like, what time we have to be at the retreat? So I had not done my homework. I really slept on it and I was bad about that. But anyway, that day, I'm still come out 6 in the morning. It's Saturday, right? I don't have to work, sleep. No, straight up woke up. Anyway, so it was a no. And I was like, okay, God, if this is you, if you're really telling me no, then how am I going to know? And He was like, if it rains, it's a no. I was like, okay. Now this sort of funny part comes in because literally like at least 10 minutes after it started raining. And it was like loud rain. I mean like as if there was someone taking a shower right above me. Like it was loud. It was like slapping the ground loud. And it really only lasted for like 2 minutes. Like just enough for me to know. And it was a rainy day today anyway, but between that time period and later on to it didn't really start raining again until like 11 a.m. So it was too much to be, what's the word? It was too much to be a coincidence. It was real. Like, God had really told me no. He was like, it's raining? No. I'm like, okay. Alright. But I say that to say, my pastor was telling me this the other day. Sometimes there could be two good things. And it's not that God doesn't want you to do it because it's not good. It's just there's something else that He has in mind for you. And I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and I was saying a lot of times things seem to be changing in our lives and we're confused by it because we're like, God, you just told me to do this, and now all of a sudden you say, no, now do this. And like, okay, I asked you about that before and you told me no. You told me to do the other thing. And now that I'm doing the other thing, you say, no, do this thing. I'm like, okay, what was the point of that? What was the point? What did I have to learn? In that short amount of time. But it could be that, we're seeing things changing all the time. And we're like, God, you say that you're a God of... Well, He's unconditional, right? So He doesn't change. He's always the same. You can always count on Him to be the same. However, His plan for you does change. But we are people of expansion. We are people of, we move along. As time goes along, we change, we get different, we feel different. We're not the same person that we were when we were young, and He knows that because He made us. And He not only did He make us, but He made us that way. So our plans can change, but He never changes. And to Him, it's never changed because He knew it all along.